Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to Survey Being Good, episode 548 now, whatever number we're up to. God, I think my intro was a little bit quiet then. It's like my voice almost gave out the moment I started speaking. So, back here, of course, in the world of Sir, and I was thinking, what challenge should I do for this one or anything like that? And I thought, you know what, I can't be arsed really doing a challenge, I'm just going to do a default playthrough of the game. Because I haven't actually done a default playthrough in a while now, have I? At least not a proper one. So, yeah, just figured I'd do that. So we've got a pretty basic map. I set the islands, of course, to be a biome each, but I didn't really customise them beyond that. I didn't customise the robots, anything like that. So I just figured, you know what, I fancy just doing a default playthrough. So let's do that, ladies and gentlemen, because it's been a while. And I hope you guys are all doing well out there. It's a Friday afternoon as I want to record this. Work is pretty much done for the day. I don't need to worry too much more about that. And I also kind of wanted just to record some Sir this afternoon, because once again I have a little bit of a topic that's playing at the edges of my brain. So, I've talked before about my YouTube viewing habits and all that, the sort of channels that I like to watch, etc, etc. I've mentioned obviously Angori Tom, he of Yogscast, Provenance and all that. And recently I was watching on his channel, and he had a video doing a sort of, he was playing a game basically called, I think it's Destructure, I believe it's called. And it was an interesting game because the moment I saw it and I started watching what the gameplay was all about, the more it really started to remind me of games I played in my youth, freaking years ago, back in something like the late 90s. So, for anyone who doesn't know what Destructure is, it's kind of one of those games which would fit under the genre of Brickbuster. Now that's a genre that's quite niche, and I feel like it's a genre that was only really ever seen in the 90s, back in, the old days of like shareware games and things like that. And essentially, you have like a little paddle, there's a ball that bounces around the screen, you use your paddle to knock the ball, and you use the ball to destroy blocks on the other side of the screen. So it's kind of a bit like air hockey, sort of, except you're destroying blocks. Now, thing is, back in the 90s, you had the Brickbuster genre of games. So you had, for example, Breakout, which I believe was, I can't remember if that was the late 90s when that came out. I don't know, because I never played Breakout myself as a kid. However, Breakout spawned a lot of clones, games that clearly were inspired by it. And among those, there was one that I did play. It was called DX Ball 2. Does anyone remember DX Ball 2, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone remember that game? It's a bit of a niche old one, but I recently discovered, and I was actually kind of surprised by this, there is a remastered version, I believe, of DX Ball 2 that is available here on Steam. I don't think it costs that much either. So that was quite interesting. I had no idea. It was a bit of a blast from the past because I was looking at the screenshots of it and I thought, oh my god, I'd almost forgotten about this game. I'd almost forgotten what it was called. It was only recently that I relearned its name again for the first time. And there's a part of me that is tempted maybe to put it on my Steam wishlist and actually buy DX Ball 2 Remastered and maybe just give it a whirl, not necessarily on the channel, but perhaps in my own time. You see, do you remember back in the day, years and years and years ago? Now, this is testing your knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. But those of you who've been around on my channel for, however many years, you'll if you've been there since the earliest years of my channel, you might remember I had a brief series on my channel called General Red's Time Machine of Trouble, which was basically me playing games that I played when I was a kid. Back in the day from like the 1990s. Now, I only ever played 2 games as part of that series, or did, showcase 2 games within that. But, I look back and I think if I was still doing that Time Machine of Trouble, I probably would now add DX Ball 2 to that playlist. But yes, God, yeah, it is well worth checking out, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested. But yeah, like I say, Brickbuster games feel like something that was very unique to the 90s. And back in the days of, the old shareware model of selling games and things like that. Feels like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's ever been any other sort of Brickbuster games from sort of like the late 2000s onwards. Because it feels like such a genre that's such kind of a product of its time. God, I can't talk all of a sudden. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know, DX Ball and DX Ball 2 were by Longbow Games. Longbow Games, I didn't realise, are actually still going. They have franchises like Hegemony, ones like that. But, of course, a lot of, Longbow Games' early history from the 1990s was associated with a guy called, and I'm assuming I'm pronouncing his name right, Seamus McNally, who sadly is dead. He died at the age of 21 in the year 2000, which is really sad. He was only young. But I can remember playing a few Longbow games as a kid. So, DX Ball 2, for instance, but also a game called Tiger's Bane. Does anyone remember Tiger's Bane? It's like a 2D sort of game where you control a helicopter gunship and you have to shoot targets. There's like enemies on the ground, like tanks and enemies' troops and things, and you just have to take them out with your helicopter's assortment of weapons and all that. So yeah, Tiger's Bane was another game that I can remember, and you can probably still get it online. I don't know if they still charge money for it, or if they just will release it for free. I don't know. But yeah, it's just got me thinking about, again, like games that I played as a kid back in the day. Does anyone remember, what were they called? GJ games? Because they did like loads of versions of Pac-Man, essentially. They had a GJ Pac-Man, and then they had loads of other games which were essentially just variations, kind of adaptations of the Pac-Man formula. You control a character, you have to go around picking up items, and you have to pick up a certain number of items, or all of the items on the screen, in order to win the level, that sort of thing. So I remember they had one called GJ Gold Runner, which was set in like a gold mine. You had a little guy, and you have to pick up all the gold pieces, and then unlock the exit of the level. I remember playing the demo of one called GJ Chucky Egg, which is basically the same thing, except you play as a little farmer dude, picking up eggs. And instead of ghosts trying to hunt you down, it was instead giant chickens or something. Something like that. Yeah, kind of random, but there you go. But yeah, GJ Games, they did a load. I'll have to have a look online, see if they still got a website, anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if that company's still going, GJ Games. Have I talked about GJ Games before during my Being Hunted series? Maybe I have. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain. I may have talked about them before, I may not have. In which case I'm not going to spend too much time gassing about them, ladies and gents, because I've probably talked about them before, and I'm probably just retreading old ground and all that. That's the thing, we're 548 episodes into my Being Hunted series now. The amount of podcast style episodes I've done, by this stage I've probably forgotten half the topics that I've talked about in the past. So I'm bound to cover the same ones again and again and again from time to time and all that. But, you know what, that's fine, ladies and gents. I don't think that's too much of an issue for you lot, is it? I think you're all fine with that. Okay, there's a device piece off over there. 2 robots guarding that. There's another few robots behind that house on the left over there. Alright, we have bottles. We have another clock. So we could just friggin' dump this down, maybe. Stick it actually behind this building over here, because there's quite a few robots around, isn't there? Right, just gonna chunk that down there. That'll pull them over, hopefully. If I pull those ones over. Oh my god, how many robots are there around here? There's a fair number of them. Just hoping they don't get distracted by shooting at each other or anything. So that way the alarm clock will pull them to where I want them to go. But to get back to the topic at hand, again, GJ Games, Longbow Games. Anyone else remember playing those games back in the day, the 1990s and all that? Very early 2000s? Ah, man. It's such a blast from the past. And you know me. I always have sort of topics every so often where I just talk about the past. Games that I played back in the day. Oh no, don't get attracted by the birds, please. Go to the clock, that's it. That's what you need to be distracted by. Alright, get the tree between me and them. You see, Aldred has reactivated all his stealth skills. He can still play the old game. He hasn't done a proper playthrough in a long, long time. But this proves that he can indeed do it. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? I've no idea. Isn't that supposed to be the sign of a psychopath, that? Oh dear. Alright, okay. So, yeah, where would the other device pieces be on this island? I'm not entirely sure. Also, let's get that fucking torch out. It's dark as hell. Nothing there. Okay. Just waste. Oh, Someone's having a shootout. I can hear the shotguns going. It's probably that, yeah, it sounds like it's coming from that big gang of robots there who suddenly decided they don't like each other anymore. If you guys just shoot each other out, maybe I could go and swoop in and have a look at some bodies. If they kill each other, that is. That guy's running off over there. Turn my light out so they can't see anything. That guy's running off as well. Oh, bollocks, this is a dangerous place to be, really. Right, you're running back in, are you? Let's just see what they get up to. They've stopped shooting. Can anyone see any sparks coming from off over there? Is he running away again? He's running away again from someone. That's weird. Okay. Don't see any sparks. Doesn't look like any of them have been killed. Because if there are any that have been killed... Oh no, there's some sparks. Someone died. See, if they move off, we could probably swoop in and see if we can get whatever he's got on his body. If he has a shotgun, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Alright, let's eat some food. Well, you know what we can do in the meantime? We can head back over here, deposit this piece of the device. We can always go back there, because his body won't despawn for a while. It's probably only despawn if I quit out the game now and load back in. That's what will probably cause it to despawn and all that, ladies and gents. And I'm also thinking actually as well, since I'm going to have a big recording session this afternoon, what else am I going to record? Probably some Cry of Fear, because I need to record a bit more of that. But also, I kind of have the intention of maybe recording some Raft, because I really need to record some more of that since, you know, new storyline locations and everything. So I'm going to try for that. That's what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure, you know, there will be other stuff that will probably occur to me, like Holocure maybe, or maybe some more indie horror, I don't know. That's the thing, I have so much bonus content, I really need to focus. I need to focus perhaps first and foremost on Raft. Maybe sort of get the new storyline content of that done, and then, you know, maybe a bit of Holocure content alongside that, and then see from there. Are there freaking dogs barking outside? Yeah, there are. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. There's dogs barking around outside my apartment. Probably barking at each other. Having a right yappy old time. Fucking robots are everywhere. Where are you going? Are you going away from me or are you coming towards me? He's sort of going in that direction. Okay. Oh! That's literally over there. There's only 2 more device pieces on this island. We could probably get it cleared out if we're focused about it. Yes, Holocure, actually. That's another game that I've been wanting to play more of recently. The old VTuber action and all that. It's a fun game, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, as when I record this, I just released my 12th episode of Holocure on the channel this afternoon as a bit of bonus content. And, yeah, people will probably facepalm at it a bit because I kind of failed to realise where some of the new content was located, because people have been saying you need to check out the shop in the game, because apparently... Ooh, whoa, what button did I just press then? I pressed something that toggled the debug. What was that? What did I just press? I've never seen that before. What did I just... I don't even know. I just toggled debug mode, apparently. I have no idea what that means. Shit. I hope I'm not going to accidentally cause the game to freak out or something. Don't want to cause any friggin' trouble. Don't want the friggin' game potentially crashing or weird bugs and glitches showing up. Oh, nope. Take another bottle. Have that. Get right down there, you bitches. That's it. Right. Oof. Fucking bird just bloody exploded and died. Oh god, I need to make some inventory space. Shoot, how am I going to do this? I've not thought this through at all, have I? Crap, they're going to come back, and they're going to see me. Crap, take it. Oh god, you see me, never mind. Right, out of here. Okay, that wasn't ideal stealth, because I should have set up my inventory beforehand. Stop shooting me, you little gits. Get out of it. Well, at least we got 2 for the price of 1, eh? And all that, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't actually mean anything, that's a meaningless statement in the context of Sir, you're being hunted. Throwaway comment and all that. But yes, like I say, you know, go check out Holocure if you're interested. Plenty of new episodes of that coming out. Probably by the time this video goes out. I may well have done the 13th episode of it, you never know. God, why am I getting gas from my tea all of a sudden? Coming up my throat. There we are. Alright, over here, ladies and gentlemen, we'll deposit these pieces of the device, and then we will wrap up the old episode, because I think we've been doing for a decent amount of time there, as long as these guys don't suddenly fucking corner me. Alright, hold on. Yeah, no. When I say I want you to go, ladies and gentlemen, stones, pieces, even. Alright, Facebook and links down below. Along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, I'd like as always appreciate and all that jazz. But on that, join me for the next part, we'll continue on. Goodbye, everybody. Arr, give me those yellow lumps, give me the treasure. The green lum over here. More lumps. Yellow lum there. Or switch there, yar. Can't miss that now. Extends the bridge towards that strange face in the tree. Arr, where be the treasure? This is where the treasure will be at. Okay, that voice is just... Oh, hello. Yep, that's what we do with you. Gorilla pirates. Oh, he's such an idiot. Pulls off the edge and blows up. He must be full of gunpowder, yar. Hit the switch. Time that gate. But avoid these swinging axes. Arr. God damn it, it's more rolling barrels over here. I guess we're gonna make these. Yeah.